Hi guys, well today we're going to be taking a look at the COUGAR 700M gaming mouse. Now, it's been quite a while since we actually looked at anything peripheral related on the channel, so I thought it was about time that we shook things up a bit. Some of you may not be aware of who COUGAR are, but they're a 7-year-old company, and up until this point they've been specialising in power supplies and cooling fans. But just like many other brands out there, they're kind of venturing into the world of gaming peripherals to broaden their portfolio. And you know, to really stand out in this type of market, extraordinary products are required. And 700M is COUGAR's exact attempt at this. 700M is a laser gaming mouse which is all about customization. Not only does this allow for physical customization of the palm rest, the weight system, but it features an intuitive software suite which is backed by a 32-bit ARM Cortex processor. As of today, you can expect 700M to appear in the UK for £70. Over in the States, it's going to be $85. So as always guys, we're now going to begin doing unboxing on this, show all the features, and then give a verdict at the end. Right, well we'll begin with the packaging. As you can see here, we've got the 700M inside this really nicely designed box. And this gives you a bit of a preview, a bit of a showcase for the actual mouse inside. Now, this is a really nice concept because if you're out shopping and you see this in a store, you can see the shape, you can see the size and the features, and gives you a bit of an idea of what to expect when you're going to buy it. Other mice are inside packaging which you can't actually get access to, and so it's just really nice to be able to actually see the product inside. Now on the side here you can see we've got the silver edition. There is another version available which is black. Over on the reverse, we've got the features, the technical specifications. We're not going to go through these because obviously as we go into the video, this will obviously become evident. We've got the serial number here in case you need to get in touch with COUGAR on the technical support side of things. We've got the package contents, which is really nice to have because there might be something missing inside the box. Now, for the top and bottom of the box, we've got the fundamental features here on the bottom and the top there, you can see. I'm going to go through these as we go into the video. I'll just run you through some of them. We've got a fire button on the side, which offers a 45-degree button for sniper. We've got the profile backlight, which offers 16.8 million colours. You don't run out of those. COUGAR UIX system, which is their software. And then we've got the COUGAR Fusion, which allows you to pair up the mouse with one of their keyboards. Okay, to get inside the box, what we need to do is take out the top and the bottom, take out the transparent piece, and inside here we've got this cardboard piece which the mouse actually is tied to on the underside. We've got the cable. Now there are some included extras here which you would regard really as a bonus compared to your standard gaming mouse. But first of all, we'll just have a look what's inside this packet here. So we've got here an instructions booklet just to explain some of the features and how to use them. And then we've got the stickers and the transfers. Okay, so inside this little box here we've got these 4 little weights which are 45 gram each. So this allows you to customize the weight of the 700M. So those slot into a cartridge on the mouse, which we will go into as we go further into the video. And then we've got this little piece here, which is the palm rest. So you can see here that we've got the default palm rest, which is significantly bigger. So that's a silver piece, and this is obviously a matte black. And you can slide those off and interchange them. And again, as we go into the video, I'll show you exactly how to do that and how it looks. So onto the mouse itself, it's clear that 700M is very distinct in its visual appearance. But there is no denying that this mouse has very similar characteristics to that of the Mad Catz Rat series. But when you think about it, designing a mouse with extra control and customization leaves you with very few options available. And so disregarding the likeness to that Rat series, I still think that 700M retains a good level of originality. Our mouse here combines aluminium, smooth plastic and matte rubber for its construction, and by using this trio of materials, COUGAR ensure that 700M is sturdy, ergonomic and easy to grip. 700M is really designed for right-handed gamers, so as a result of this we've got in the prominent area where your thumb would sit, numerous buttons available. So next to the left mouse button here, on the outer edge, we've got this button which COUGAR call the fire button. Behind here, where your thumbs would sit, perfect position here. They're the navigator buttons for the forward and backward. And then on the outer edge of this curve here, where your thumb would sit, on a 45-degree angle, we've got the sniper button. So that material there is an anti-slip rubber. Over on the other side, there aren't really any noteworthy features to point out, except to say that we've got some more honeycomb anti-slip rubber for help with the grip. At the front of 700M we have a reinforced cable connection, which should help to prolong the life of the cable and give it a bit more protection. In the centre there you can see that we've got this orange aluminium frame protruding out, and this frame sits in the middle of the mouse and it helps to ensure that the unit is nice and sturdy. And then the scrolling wheel sits inside this metal and it has a rubberized grip. Now between each mouse there is a varying resistance for the scrolling wheel. Some are extremely loose, and then some you really have to battle with in order to rotate them. But 700M has that perfect resistance here. It neither is too loose nor too stiff. Each increment snaps flawlessly. Underneath the wheel, COUGAR has placed an LED which can be customised within that software, and on offer there is up to 16.8 million colours. Behind the scrolling wheel there is a DPI switching button, and this gives you the ability to jump to different sensitivities on the fly. Over on the base of 700M you can see that there is more evidence of that aluminium support frame, and in the very centre sits the ADNS 9800 laser sensor, and this particular sensor is commonly used on a range of different gaming mice from other brands, and it's capable of up to 8200 DPI. Also at the heart of 700M is the 32-bit ARM Cortex M0 processor, which is coordinated with 512K of onboard memory, and this hardware spec kind of improves the overall efficiency of the adjustments which are made in the software and delivers the capacity for greater customization. And you can also see that COUGAR has placed the glide pads in key areas of the underside to provide optimal traction. Now there is a number of physical customization options available with 700M, and the first of these that I'm going to show you is the weight system. So to kind of get access to the cartridge, I'm just going to remove the palm rest. Gives me a bit more space to pop this out, as you can see. That's the cartridge, and this takes the 45 gram weights which we've got. You can pop all 4 of these in, or you can just go for 1, 2 or 3. I mean, it just depends really on your personal preference, and then pop that back in. So that obviously gives you the customization to modify the overall weight of the mouse. You might like it heavy, you might like it light, but it's totally up to you how you have it. Next up we have the customizable palm rests. As you can see here on the left hand side we have this smaller piece which is a matte black, and then we've got the default one which is a smooth plastic. And so really it depends on your overall, your palm size and just your preference really, the comfort sort of factor. Personally I prefer the larger one, which is the default. It just feels better for me. But I'm going to fit the black one just to show you how that looks. So if I just slide it along the rail, clicks into place. And the other great thing about this is at the moment you can see that it's in its lowest position. But if we turn this here at the back, this screw, we can actually raise the rest. So that it sits higher up and gives you a claw grip. And last of all, we have the cable, which is 1.8 meters long. It comes braided and it has this unique gold-plated connector. As you can see there, it has the COUGAR logo and it's got a unique design. So that helps you to identify what is at the back of your machine. Sometimes it can be quite difficult to pair up which device goes to which. So that should help you establish that. Right guys, I'm just going to show you the COUGAR UIX software, which enables you to customize the 700M. So here we go, we've got it up on the screen right now. If we just click on the game profile management to start with, here you can see we've got the selection of 3 different profiles, color coordinated, different settings along the top there, import export. You might have a friend that uses COUGAR software, you can import them settings, and also perhaps a programmer that you particularly follow. You can import their settings for specific games, so that's a handy feature to have. But as we go into the software, we'll click on the Performance tab to begin with. Here you can see we've got the DPI settings. There's 4 of those, and you can customize those individually all the way from 50 all up to 8200. Now, I think mine was on 2000 and for the first one, and then 2200 for the second, and then the third and fourth I don't actually use. And the reason that I've got those 2 settings, which have just got a very small bump in sensitivity, I use I play FPS games, and sometimes I just need a slight bump in the sensitivity, so I've just got 200 extra DPI over that, and I can just switch to it very easily. And then below that we've got the sniper DPI setting. Obviously that's the button which is right by your thumb, and you can tweak that. We've got the polling rate here up at the top from 125 all the way up to 1000. That's set to 1000 at the moment, so that's quickest response rate. Angle snapping we've got off. Now the lift height, you probably, some of you are already aware of this, but I'm going to just explain it anyway. At the moment it's set to middle. If we were to set that to high, then as we lift the mouse off the pad, it would still register some of the movement. So the lift off controls how sensitive that is. So if I just perhaps select it right down to the low, then it would not register anything at all. So if I was to be in a game, lift the mouse off, as sometimes you slide your mouse and then lift it off the pad to turn around, then it would not register. So that's just a little bit of an intro for you if you're not aware of what lift height is. The other settings, very self-explanatory, double click speed, scroll speed, and the Windows pointer speed. Into the key assignment, this allows you to control all the button assignments for 700M. Obviously we've got all these already selected, but the fire button and a sniper button, I've got nothing assigned to them. Just show you some of the settings that you can choose from here, the predefined commands. In the basic tab, there's the selection there available, some of the sort of fairly common commands that are available there. Under advanced we've got a drop down which gives you DPI switch, all of these different options, media function, play, stop. You might want to mute, assign mute to a certain button, and as you can see, all I need to do is drag and drop that. It's really good. Really like the way that they've done this. Very intuitive. We've also got inside here all these different options. Launch program, you might want to be able to do that. Launch an application or even a game. Just got to specify the actual execute file. Here you go. And then we've got the macro, which you can create, record, import, export, and obviously we've got the different delete, copy and stuff like that. So as we go into the lighting control, the LED here is just below the scroll button, as we've said already. We've got different control effects here, so we can have it breathing, fully lighted, or completely off if that's not your thing. And as I said, 16.8 million colours here. So if you're struggling to find your exact colour, you're strange. There is so many colours here available, and we've got a palette here which is predefined. We've got the whites, the yellows, orange, all the way up to green. At the moment mine's set to blue, as you can see. And if I just set that to red, I'll show you what that looks like. And I'll select yellow as well, just to give you a bit of an idea, a greater spectrum of colours. So there you have it. That's the software suite which we're given via the UIX software, and as you've seen, it's very intuitive, really easy to use, and it gives you complete control over the entire options. So drawing our thoughts to a close on the 700M, we have to remember that reviewing a mouse is always going to be subjective because of the nature of the product. You know, what I might like in the shape and size of a mouse might be completely different, a direct opposite of what you guys think. And so the areas that we can comment on are the visual appearance, which is bold and impressive, the quality, which is excellent with that aluminium frame and the arm switches, and the features, plenty of customization both on the hardware and software side. And then there's the performance. So I've actually been using this mouse now for 2 weeks, and it's really comfortable, extremely accurate, and so much so that I've actually put my mouse, which I generally use, over to the side, and I'm now using this full time as part of my personal system. You know, it's perhaps on the heavy side on the price, but I'm confident that this mouse is going to do well because of all the customization. It certainly comes highly recommended by us anyway, so make sure you check over on the full review. The article is in the description. Thanks very much guys for taking the time out to watch this video. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.